Ironically, I was saying that I first heard Lonesome Crowded West through an MP3 on a first generation iPod that a friend loaded for me. So I have listened to MP3s a lot, and um, I do appreciate iPods and how easy it is to be able to carry a large library around and not have to sling a backpack with like a thick CD binder with you. But on the other hand, listening to music constantly on an iPod, you begin to feel a little bit detached from the record listening experience as a whole of an LP.
I've listened to a lot of records on Spotify, and it's great for if you just heard the name of a band and someone said they were really good and you're checking them out. But it is frustrating from the standpoint of musicians, too. I mean, having people come to your show and know one song and then leave after that song, they can be, that's always been the case. There's always been, the single, but
And if you do really like a record, it is good to actually go out and buy it. And I say I did have the record originally on my iPod, but I liked it enough. I did go out and buy it, and I do have Lonesome Crowded West. I think I have that one on CD. I have a lot of CDs as well as vinyl. One of my favorite things to do when I get a new record or new CD or new tape, anything, is listening to headphones or whatever, home stereo, and pulling out the insert, flipping through it, reading about it, and just you get more of a sense of the personality of a band just by the liner notes. Often you can tell whether or not they're a bunch of sarcastic assholes, or maybe if they're really existential, or maybe they want to be mysterious, and what's one of those things where you pull out like, oh, there's not even an insert in here.
yeah, they're just fun to look at more than anything. Even if you're just doing it to make fun of a band, it's still
it,
fun.
It raises a bunch of questions. And
I think that Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff is great for connecting directly with your fans, and they can respond to you, and it can be a really good thing. We should do it more. I don't have a Facebook or a Twitter myself, so I'm not really in the habit of using it.
I'm not a big social networking person either, though I think that over-connectivity is a really bizarre thing, and you go into rooms a lot of times, and even your own concerts, and you look out at crowds, and people, like, rather than talking to their friends right next to them, they're like on their iPhones checking Facebook or Instagram or something. It's kind of a weird level and ADD mentality that you constantly have to check everyone everywhere and not paying attention to surroundings. I guess that was a tangent, but
No,
yeah, I think a
no.
certain level of connectivity is good, and the internet is great for touring bands and being able to promote shows and be a part of fans' lives and kind of give some insight and some character, feel closer with them. But at the same time, I think it is still kind of fun to be a little mysterious here and there, because it's at least some of my favorite bands are. You have to dig a little bit deeper than just one link to find out about them.